Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video for the Not
So
Studious channel. My name is Justin, alongside myself is
Mike.
And today we are going to present you with podcast Yo.
Why do you sound like a Russian P. Diddy?
Well, it's actually Russian Puff Daddy, so.
More like Puff Pastry.
The fuck you mean Puff Pastry?
Well, you can't use Puff Daddy.
Well, I mean, he don't use it no more. And why is the first thing that comes to your mind food every time you look at me?
Name another... Well, that's self-explanatory.
Okay.
But name another kind of puff, Justin.
There's so many puffs, bro. There's Puff E?
So today, guys, me and Puffy here are giving you another podcast.
Would you like my nickname going forward, isn't it?
So Puffy, would you like to tell us what the topic of today is?
Well, about as big as I am is a generational gap. And so I feel like that's kind of what I was thinking of doing today.
So I don't even have to do it anymore?
You don't, I mean, I'm going to just make fun of myself at this point. Might as well go with the flow, right? Which is unfortunately something that the older generation simply does not do.
That was a really nice transition, Puffy.
Thank you.
So anyway, the generation gap. Let's think about it. We have the pre-wars. We have baby boomers.
Post-wars.
Yeah, baby boomers, Gen X, millennials, Gen Zs, and now we have Gen Alpha as well.
Which I didn't even know existed until you actually said that. What is Gen Alpha?
After us. There's going to be 2 generations after us in 5 years.
I remember what it was like to be 10. It's crazy.
Yeah, me too. I was right here in this... I mean, wait, so this is the studio. I wouldn't have been right here.
Yeah.
I was in a room just like this one, playing with Hot Wheels and Legos.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Not this one at all. Just something very similar.
No, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, so generational gaps, right? I was kind of pondering this on the way here. You know, I actually took the bus for the first time in 3 years. Complete side note, by the way.
You sit at the back?
I did, actually.
Good job.
Yeah, anyone of color usually sits in the back still, right?
No, Rosa, we don't.
Oh. Must have just taken after my ancestors. The point I'm trying to get at is...
Well, you would have rolled the donkey card if that was the case.
Point I'm trying to make is, on the way here, I was really trying to figure out what we could talk about and what we could
It's okay.
do. And truth be told is like, I thought about all the situations recently where my parents and I kind of got into arguments, kind of thinking about what it is that we kind of disagree on. Because generationally speaking, there were certain ways that they did things back then that we don't necessarily do now.
Right.
For example, arranged marriages. I'm not saying that my parents ever forced me to get an arranged marriage. They're pretty liberal because they came here at my age. By the way, I'm 23 for those of you who are unaware. My parents are very liberal. They came when I was roughly my age. So they don't necessarily want to put me in an arranged marriage. They're just like, yo, like if you find someone you like, go ahead, date them, see if you like them. If you want to marry them, great. But there's a part of them that also goes, well, listen, if they're of the same culture and tradition, it's going to be much easier to have them adapt into our household because that's what they're used to.
Yeah, but it's not as simple, right? When you guys all lived back in the village, everybody was exactly what you needed.
Well, keep in mind, right? It's not like there's just one of us.
No, but you're missing my point. Like, it was easier when everybody lived in India, right? You've moved here to Canada. There's a million different races and religions here and whatever else there may be. It's not as easy to find that specific type of person as it would have been back home.
Well, ideally, wouldn't you want the same thing?
I mean, somebody I can relate to easier would probably be from my culture, or like growing up around people from my culture. So yes, technically speaking, but same as me, it's hard to find somebody like that here. I would have to go back to Trinidad to find somebody like that.
It must be so easy and be a Canadian, you know, you just find another white chick, your problem solved.
Well, there's more of you than there is of Canadians here now, so.
Which also is another topic of discussion when it comes to generational gap. See, because previously, you had to work your ass off to be here. I feel like it's not that you don't have to continue to work your ass off, but it's a lot more easier to get in my opinion. My parents suffered a lot of racism back then because it was predominantly...
Less diverse.
Yeah, it was predominantly white people. When you first came here, you were looked down on. It was just like, why are you coming here? Why are you, like, trying to monopolize our culture?
How about in your own house?
Yeah.
Right? Like, for me, we have 3 different generations here in the house.
Yeah.
Baby boomer, Gen X, and me, a Gen Z. It's easier for me to relate to my mom because she's a Gen Z. Yeah. And it's not because... It's because I guess they had more freedom, more open-mindedness growing up, right? Yeah. Versus my dad, who's a baby boomer. And it's not that he's stubborn, which he is, but it's not that he's stubborn. It's just that in those days, it was sort of like the way that works is the only way.
Yeah.
Right? They didn't really have the freedom to try to explore other ways the way we do today.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes if I have an opinion or an idea that doesn't exactly fit that mold, it could come off as, oh, you don't thinking clearly, or this is arrogant, or this or no. It's just, in this day and age, life is so fast paced. We have to find the most efficient and productive solution to our problems, and the world moves so quickly. Look at a year ago. Did you think AI would be as big as it is right now?
No, Saeed brought up a big point last time, right? Which, by the way, I watched the previous podcast. But no, like, he brought up a great point. It's just like, maybe it is moving too fast, because it's coming to a point where people are using it to an advantage, but it's now taking over their lives.
Well, that's the thing. We're doing what we have to do just to be able to keep up and to move with times, not to get left behind, right?
Yeah, and that's kind of what's happening, is like, people are worried about AI taking over. Truth is, very well might be, because we're not prepared for it.
In 10 years, dude, half the jobs that exist right now won't.
Yeah, and do you think 40 years ago they really? I mean, not to say that sci-fi magazines or anything didn't exist back then, but they probably envisioned what it was like to be in the next 40 years. You know, people thought like mail would fly to you or something. You know what I mean? Like,
imagine. There's another thing: relationships. We talk about relationships a lot.
Yeah.
But imagine, like, we have our talking stages now, which, I mean,
absolute bullshit.
I get it for
opinion.
a safety point. I've said that before.
Yeah,
but it's like, you go on a date to get to know somebody. Anyways, imagine you write a letter, like a handwritten letter. It's like 1940, and you go, "Hi, my love. I really miss you. I hope you're having a great time. What's new with you?" 2 weeks go by, nothing. There's some sort of postal strike or something. You're like, shit, and I gotta wait another week. A month goes by. You open up your mailbox. You see a letter from her. You open it. Nothing.
All the time and effort you took to put a beauty stamp on it, to seal it, to put it into the mail, all you got is nothing.
Imagine being dry over like handwritten mail.
Jeez, bro.
I don't think that would happen though, because I feel like back then people put in more effort. Like,
people
more
actually gave
consideration.
a shit. Yeah, that's exactly it.
But it's because of it's because of phones. It's because of patience levels and attention spans and stuff. Like, if somebody's getting hit up 10 times a day, obviously they're not going to care as much.
Which I was going to bring up too. Like, dating apps are very prominent in society now, where you talk about things like Tinder, for example. Everything's all about being superficial, right? Like, if you don't like the way that somebody looks fully, you kind of just swipe left. Like, you don't have necessarily the luxury that people would have had back then, where it was like, you would approach someone you really liked and you would tell them like, hey, you know what? I do think you look good. Like,
I mean, we can still do that. It's just sometimes...
You're probably going to get turned away, or people are going to think you're creepy now.
Well, it's how you do it.
Not necessarily. Yeah. Like, you could ask it the same way as you would have 40 years ago, and it would have been considered.
Well,
like,
you wouldn't ask
sweet.
it if you asked it the same way you did 40 years. Hi there, Snookums. I think you look damn fine. Like, no, you know what I mean? Like, it's not gonna work like that. But
no, fair.
If it's just it's your tone. It's not about what you say. It's your tone.
See, but that's
if I come up to you, Justin, right now, and I go, "Hey, man, you want to be friends?" What are you gonna say?
Be like, cool.
If I didn't know you, I was like, "Hey, dude, you want to be friends?"
Yeah, cool.
Okay, and if I came up to say, "Hey, bro, I saw you in my class earlier. You seem chill. You want to be friends?"
That's even better.
Right. Yeah, it's your tonality versus if I go up to go, "You look really pretty today." You know what
I mean? Pretty generic statement.
That's just the tone, right?
fair.
You look good.
I think.
What's your number?
I think my point that I was trying to make though was that people are a lot more snowflakey now.
Yeah.
Right? Like, the slightest thing that you say may be wrong, that you don't even intend to say, by the way, is just going to be taken wrong. You're probably going to get canceled, things like that.
We just have to be genuine.
We just need to start slapping bitches.
No. Okay. Jesus Christ.
Okay, no, I'm joking. The point I'm trying to make
Ladies, this is for you. It's about your tonality. It's about how you do it, right? Like, if you go up to somebody, like I just said, you look good. What's your number?
Yeah.
They're not going to say anything.
No,
if you go and say, hey, I noticed you from across the room,
Yeah.
made eye contact a few times or whatever, you go up to her, you say, hey, thought you look really nice. Want me to buy you a drink or something like that?
But you'd still probably get away from me. Like, you know what I mean?
You never know, though.
Yeah, but
like, maybe you would. But
okay,
I mean, I wouldn't blame them, right?
Relax.
But I wouldn't blame her either.
Right,
it's just how you do it.
Uh-huh.
It's not what you say. I mean, it is what you say too.
No, it is. I'd like to think I come across pretty genuine. People like, huh? What?
You come across?
I come across.
Kamikaze?
Kamikaze. That's what I thought too. No, but like, see, it would be understandable about you because people would think you're like too white, like you're like a
right.
ghost.
And people
almost,
might think you're 55.
Well, it's one of those things where they
don't need a
appreciate
father.
maturity.
They need a boyfriend. You
well,
know
they
what I
need
mean?
a daddy. So.
Well, not a granddaddy.
Any which way. What's some other differences that you think exist?
Besides relationships, what else did we say? The work life.
Speaking of work life.
Here's another. Yeah, work life is a good one, right? You used to go to school, sometimes not even, and get thrown right into a job.
True.
Right? These days, you're allowed to explore like education more. You're allowed to explore different options. Like us, if we went to our parents' 20 years ago, 30 years ago, if we were alive.
Dad, Mom, I want to join a band.
I want to, because a podcast where a YouTube channel wouldn't exist. You'd be like, Dad, Mom, I want to join a band. We'd get whipped, right?
Yeah. Like, yo, like we're gonna call ourselves the Wigglers. Like, yo, like, like imagine that.
Well, I wouldn't have agreed to that name, but it's whatever. Anyways.
Oh, why not?
Why?
You just, you know.
Look what happened to the Wiggles. You really want to be like them?
Bro, the Wiggles are still good. They're still going. They're just Australian now.
Anyways, yeah. So, workforce, like, used to just get a job.
Yeah.
Manual labor was the biggest thing too. There really wasn't that many cushy office jobs.
No, factories were like the main thing, right?
Yeah.
That's how school used to work too, right? Like everything was very uniform. You were taught to only be spoken when spoken to, or sorry, you were taught to speak when you were spoken to, and you were only taught the specifics of what you needed to just barely survive. But even now, practicality is a huge thing. Right? Like we're not all going to work in a factory anymore. Now it's about how do we live in a society that's ever so changing.
Right. That's the thing,
or
right?
Not
like
ever changing.
We have to be able to adapt. You have to be able to move with times. Like, for example, hopefully this YouTube channel gets somewhere to the point where we can use it to survive and
fingers crossed.
Do other things with it as well.
It would if you just watched our videos, like fuck.
Another thing too, I would say that's changed is how people use their money, right?
That is very true.
We, for example, have more ability, or more, I guess you could say, we're more inclined to take a risk. Stability used to be the key, right? Save your money, buy a house, buy food, buy clothes, that's it. Have enough and paycheck to paycheck kind of thing.
Yeah.
We, nowadays, it's not that we don't want that, but we want freedom too.
Yeah.
Right? So to be able to do something that gives us enough money to do all those things, have some left over, and have some to enjoy. And we do that in multiple ways. We save, we invest, we work, whatever the case might be. Like sometimes people even take out loans or life insurance policies to pay for things. People back then wouldn't do that because it seemed too high of a risk. They didn't want that. We do it because we have more freedom to do it.
Do you think it's because we're too spoiled? Like, I mean,
in a way, like we grew up in a stable house. Like we know, like, okay, for example, you and I can play with our money. Our house isn't on the line. Our anything we own isn't on the line.
Right.
Back then, they would have probably had to use their home as collateral or their car or something. You know what I mean?
You just glazed over what I said.
What'd you say?
Or grazed over, rather.
Huh?
You said, like, we could play with our money, unlike and each other.
Ha! Gay!
As I was saying, we have more freedom, right? And another thing he said earlier too, about family, and he said that they had to kind of do as they were told. We have the freedom now that, like, we listen, but we don't necessarily have to follow suit.
We don't have to necessarily agree either.
Right.
I mean, some more than others.
I remember, like, you know, uncles and aunts, and even my mom would tell me sometimes when they grew up, if they challenged their parents, it would be the end of the world.
No, 100%.
We can challenge our parents, and if we do it with a valid point and respectfully, they will listen.
That's true.
Right? That's something that was unheard of back then.
Yeah.
And that's why maybe we are more free to do what we want to do as long as we're doing something, you know, number one, legal and that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? If I'm doing something that doesn't make sense, they'll tell me and I'll listen.
Yeah.
But if I'm doing something that I get, like, for example, this, when I told them I want to start doing this, they were like, yeah, okay. Like,
Yeah.
It's a bit of money to buy the equipment.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's free to maintain a YouTube channel and it's free to, you know, hang out with this freak and make videos. So why not?
Anyways, no, like, and like, I guess that goes hand in hand with accountability, right? Back in the day, if your parents were wrong about something, they probably, well, even now, if your parents were wrong about something, they might not take accountability for it. They might just put the blame on you and just be like, well, you should have known better.
I think even these days, like, I don't think, at least my dad sometimes, like, if, I'm not trying to roast my dad here, but like, if he's wrong, he won't say, sorry, I'm wrong during the argument.
Yeah.
He'll come back to me after. During the argument, it'll, like, he'll find something else to argue
Well, because
about.
that's all they see is red, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing with my parents, right? Like, once they see red, they see red. You cannot stop them.
Like, if you prove them wrong, you'll be like, you know, you're something else, and like.
Yeah, and it's just like, it somehow gaslights you, or trips you into thinking
like, they can't
it's
just
you.
say, oops, sorry, I made a mistake. It's like, you know, you're a real piece of work. Just say sorry, man. Like,
Yeah,
shit.
no, it doesn't take very much. You know, it's just like one word, 2 syllables.
Are your parents both, like, similar in age?
Yeah, they're 2 years different.
Okay, so they're both, what, baby boomers?
Yeah, they both are. Well, I get.
Okay.
I mean, if the 60s also count as baby boomers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 50s and 60s.
Okay, so that's why. So I have, like I said, I have 3 different generations right here under my roof.
There you go.
So.
Yeah. I mean, that also plays a factor too, because you don't have any siblings to kind of, you know, get advice and stuff from. The only people that you have are like people that are 2 generations above you. 2
Well,
or 3
friends I get my advice from more than anything, like at my age, right? But
Well, even still, right? Nowadays, I think the relationships that you have with family is a little bit more strained as well because you're not as close with your family as you would have used to be.
as a kid, yeah.
Yeah, as a kid, right? But then even back in the day, like I think relationships between your parents and yourself were a lot more close because you always thought in the back of your mind, like, oh, like friends aren't necessarily the ones that I'd go to for any of my problems. It's the family that you trust.
Well, when you were small, you didn't really have like...
Well, I'm not talking about small. Like I'm talking about like in previous generations.
Oh.
Like in today's generation, we like when we choose our friends, we choose friends that are gonna stick by you and hopefully won't stab you in the back, like I would him. The point I'm trying to make is, right, like back in the day, like you would have more close.
I would stab you in the back, but I probably wouldn't be able to find it because it's just one big circle.
Well,
I think that's something that still remains, though. Like that's something that has remained through time. Trusting, like being careful of who you talk to, who you trust.
Yeah,
That's
it's
something
true.
that won't ever change.
No.
Honestly, it's probably worse now than it used to be.
Well, I mean, you talked about dating before. Like, I kind of understand, like, after you mentioned that, why, like, you know, people text for 3 months first before they meet up. It's like, just go out and meet people, man. Like, that used to be so simple. Like, think about how the neighborhoods were back then.
Yeah, everybody
You used
knew
to know
everybody.
every single neighbor, and all of their kids is probably who you used to hang out with, right? But now it's just like, you see them, hello, nice to meet you, nice to see you. Oh my gosh, you were on the street since I moved here? Crazy, I didn't know that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Everybody was more like friendly back then.
yeah,
too.
true. And it's simply because you don't know who to trust.
I think it's also a bit of like everybody's more self-absorbed these days too, and that's due to technology, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, the main time I talk to my friends is over a headset most of the time. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like I see them, but it's like I see them less than I physically talk to them. I talk to them more virtually than I do physically.
Yeah, like Mike and I only ever really meet for work. But like every time we're chilling, it's just on the headset.
Well, it's because it's also like a time thing. You and I are both in school, we both work.
Yeah, it's true.
So when we meet to do this. You know what I'm trying to say? And that way that not every time.
No,
I feel like once or twice a month we'll find time to just chill.
maybe. Yeah,
But somehow there'll still be something work related that we kind of do during that.
or we
hangout.
talk about it.
Yeah.
Right? No, but it's kind of crazy to me too. Like, we talk not just about relationships or like with parents and stuff, like with yourself as well. Like, self-reflection is very big nowadays, right? Like we talked about mental health not that long ago. Men are allowed to now talk about their feelings, which is a huge change. Something that's definitely beneficial. It's I think it's one of the better things that happened between the generational shift.
Well, women are allowed to express their opinions and feelings more now too, which is also good.
Fuck. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, it was great. Yeah. So, Saudi Arabia was probably considered the safest place until 2018.
Because women couldn't drive until then. Well, with you Indians here on our roads, I don't know, Saudi might be safer.
Probably. It's just I always wondered if they could see through the... Okay.
No, they don't have peripheral. I'm sure they really can't properly, but it's a religion thing.
Well, I mean, neither can he, right? So I can't really judge.
Well, your glasses are about as thick as your forehead, so I don't even know what you're talking to me about. Jesus. You want proof? Yeah, there's your proof. Thanks.
Shouldn't have done that. What I'm trying to make is...
That's making it worse, because it's just
Fine.
all forehead through the top of the hat.
Whatever.
There's no hair in sight. I'm being serious. There's no hair.
Time to go to Turkey, bro.
May I see where the hairline begins? Actually,
No. No.
I'll put the hat right where the hairline begins. There we go. Wow.
To be fair, it is still a forehead.
That's why your whole 5 fingers fit there, right?
What do you mean? It's 4.
5. You have big fingers. Let me do a normal hand. See, it's my whole hand.
Damn it. You had to expose me, huh?
It's okay, 5-head fluffy. Oh, I got it. Puffy 5-head. There you go. That's your rapper name.
I hate you so much. With a passion, I really do. Man, one of these days you're gonna get bent over and pushed in the pool, bro, I'm telling you.
One of these days you're going to lose the weight and I'm going to be proud of you. Guys, we're going to go to Turkey. We're going to go on a beautiful vlog to Turkey. And I mean, the whole purpose is going to be for his hair transplant, but we're not going to tell you that. We're just going to go and like explore sites, eat some food, which of course is going to be his favorite part. You know, we were supposed to go to Quebec this summer. And Justin said to me, yeah, I'm excited for the food. And I said, you know what? I'm not paying $2,000 for food. I'm going to stay home.
And what did you do to Trinidad, fat boy? Like, he looks like you gained 3 stomachs since you've gone.
What do you mean? Where?
Oh, don't suck in your stomach
I'm not.
now. You
Like, I'm
are.
actually not.
You are.
I'm not, though.
100%.
I'm really not.
I don't know. Trust
You
that.
can't really talk about my stomach. You have fucking 7 tits on top of yours. I didn't work out for 2 weeks, man. Yes, I was eating a lot, but the food was good, bro.
Like what?
Everything tastes better there. I was on vacation, by the way, for 2 weeks.
Oh,
Visit some
yeah.
family. Link up with my cousins, my aunts, uncles, people I haven't seen for like 6 years,
Sure.
7 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, the food, dude, everything tastes better there because it's all fresh.
Yeah, true. You don't appreciate good food until you leave there. We talk about
Yeah.
ourselves being a first world country. Holy okay. Massive, like considering we're talking about food. Bro, back in the day, like how much was a McDonald's meal, bro? Like it was like $5. Now you gotta pay like 15 for like a good like
20.
something like
20
that.
bucks for a combo, bro.
Bro, I could probably get nuggets, fries, burger, drink, extra large drink.
But remember, you used to earn less back then too, right? So it kind of made
guess.
sense.
But like, I also feel back then too, minimum wage probably equated to what exactly you needed to survive.
Yeah.
Like even if
Yeah.
even if you were struggling and needed to work multiple jobs, you could probably
You could
do
live
it.
off your paycheck at
You know,
least.
now
yeah.
nowadays people work 3 jobs and they're still struggling, bro. And how is it that they're not getting assistance, but people that just come into Canada are? Nepotism wasn't also as big as it was back then either. Like, because you weren't, I mean, actually, I should take that back. Even back then when people were still immigrating here, white people would still only hire white people. But nowadays, brown people are in power,
Only
so brown
hiring brown
people are
people,
hiring
yeah.
brown people. Like, look at every Tim
Yeah, the
Hortons,
roles have just
Subway.
flipped. It's the same shit. The roles have just flipped.
Yeah. So that's the one thing that I guess is the same between both generations. I mean, there are obviously good and bad things with every change, right? And I would argue like who is the bigger problem here? Is it our generation or is it the older one? I feel like both.
I feel like, I mean, the older one kind of caused this current situation. So
Yeah, well, I also strongly dislike when they're like, you guys have it easy. But it's like, no, I feel like every generation has their own set of struggles.
I mean, we don't have to work as hard in the sense of like, as I just said, we have stability, we have a house, we have more
Thanks
time.
to
we have
the
more,
older
We have
generation.
more time on our hands to figure out what we need to do.
Yeah.
That one I understand, but do we have it easier? No, man. I need $1 million for a house.
Yeah.
And I probably won't be 30 till I have enough money to support myself and a family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's the part that's not easy.
Yeah, it's really tough to imagine what a future would be like. That's definitely difficult now more than ever. At least back then you were like, okay, 100%, I'm gonna get me a wife, I'm gonna have some beautiful kids, I'm gonna have a great house, I'm gonna at least have a good car to get me from A to B. Now it's like I can probably only afford the car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
And not even.
yeah, no.
A normal car is like 40, 50 grand now.
The fact that people are struggling to even buy diapers, bro, like for the kids that they just genuinely always wanted their life. Why do you have to think twice?
Just tape up some bounty and use it.
How you know I was gonna be a horrible father one day?
I will have enough money for diapers, dumbass.
sure?
I'm saying if they won't. Yeah, I'm
Oh.
sure.
Okay. The way that you spend, I don't know.
I don't know if I ever find a wife.
I mean, it's a good question. She
Well, I'm just saying, like-
she might walk through you, Casper.
She might walk into you and get knocked out.
Jeez. Nah.
Chuck E. Cheese looking ass.
Oh, fuck you, dipshit.
You're freaking Kool-Aid, man.
Bro, I'm about to dip
Yeah,
you.
actually,
in
you have the body-
I'm gonna dip you in chocolate and call you an ice cream cone. Fucking
I'm gonna
dumbass.
dip you in chocolate, call you a Malteser. Freaking Timbit.
Oh, if we could just get Seamus,
You
fucking.
look like that the plain Timbit.
You look like the powdered donut, bro.
That's okay, at least I'm tasty, you dry bitch.
The powdered donut does not taste good.
Better than plain.
Yo, it's so plump, bro.
You're just full of dough and dry and you get freaking hard over 2 minutes.
People like the plain.
Anyways, Puffy, so I mean, is it Puffy or Fluffy?
It's Puffy.
Oh.
Fluffy is Gabriel Iglesias.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
You guys have a lot in common. The name, the haircut, the body type. Honestly, the skin tone. You're just missing the Mexican accent
Oh.
and the Hawaiian shirts.
Should we're on the next one.
Anyways, man, yeah, there's a lot of differences. There's a lot of similarities. Some are good, some are bad.
Between me and Fluffy?
Between him and Fluffy, between the generational gaps, there's a lot of good changes.
Yeah.
Right? Like I would say people being able to do more with their life that they want to do with it is a good
Yeah.
example. People
Freedom
being,
is beautiful.
Freedom is beautiful. Freedom, like financial freedom is a good one.
Yeah.
Freedom of speech, freedom to do what you want to do when you want to do it.
Well, funnily enough, freedom of speech isn't really a thing now.
Anyways, also freedom to be able to, like I cut you off, you're talking about freedom of speech.
I did.
Right.
Yeah.
Freedom to be able to do what you want without too much judgment, like this, making this YouTube channel. Those were things that would be frowned upon back in the day. You would be looked down upon, like, oh, you don't want to stick to the mold, you fucking freak. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
no. I mean, like what is considered normal isn't normal really anymore.
there is no normal. Anyways, guys.
No. I think we've talked a lot.
We definitely talked a lot. Did it make sense? You tell us, but we definitely talked a lot.
I don't know how it went from generational gap to generational tort right here.
You know what? I'm just gonna let the people work on that because fucking mucho burrito next to me here.
It's actually fat bastard.
Oh, thank you. Anyways, me and Puffy hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, Seamus and Puffy, we really do appreciate.
We do appreciate.
We do appreciate.
And tell us what you think about the world changing. Is it good? Is it bad? What ways would you think were better? What ways of the past do you think were better? And what ways of our current day do you think were better?
Yeah.
What about you? You didn't really say. What ways do you think were better, like, versus now that have changed?
As far as things that I think are better or worse, I think definitely the better thing is just we're treating each other better and equally.
Except in this room, but yeah.
Yeah, no, which is fine because again, we're not snowflakes, right? But if you go out there, you know, at least if you consider yourself to be something that you're like, you know, that you are, well, like whether or not people agree with it or not, at least there's some self-respect there where it's just like, okay, listen, do whatever you want in the confines of your own home, just don't influence it on me type of thing. True. Back then, influence was very big.
As long as they understood what you said is good because I really didn't. But yeah, anyways. That's okay.
No. But as far as things that are worse, like obviously I think being spoiled now is a lot easier. I mean, kids are getting iPads now. We never had that.
Kids are born with a phone in their friggin' hand at this point.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Like, I see little kids with phones and they're like this tall, like literally.
Yeah. And the other thing too, I mean, we talked about money earlier, right? Mm-hmm. Just the fact that we're able to take a lot more risk with it because we literally have no other choice. If we don't take a risk, we might not find success.
Yeah.
This YouTube channel is very big risk, right?
So far, it's paying off though. Like,
so far,
bit by bit. You know what I mean?
You know, we're very appreciative, by the way, of all the subscribers.
3K, man. That's kind of sick. I can't lie.
All the views on our previous video.
10K on the video.
Yeah. I think we're moving up slowly but surely.
I think it's just they like seeing me hit you 10,000 times. Anyways, folks.
We love you. We appreciate you. And as always, peace and
love. Catch you on the next one.
Wapow.